sir. So just before we begin here, I just want to let you know that we are being audio and video recorded right now because there's a camera just up in the corner, okay. And this device up here is a microphone, so it's picking up everything that we say, okay?
Okay.
The time right now is 10:17 p.m. And today's date is Monday, June the 20th, 2016. My name is Detective Paul Gauthier, G-A-U-T-H-I-E-R, badge number 5371 of 32 Division. My partner here is...
Constable Dunning, 10055, 32 Division.
Okay, sir, and your name is?
Bruce McArthur.
And if you could spell it for me, please.
B-R-U-C-E, and McArthur, M, small c, capital A-R-T-H-U-R.
Okay, sir. And right now, you're under arrest. You were placed under arrest this evening for the offense of assault, okay? You've been brought here to 32 Division for the purposes of being investigated for that offense, okay? Right. So a few minutes ago, we just had a brief conversation. I introduced myself, and I gave you an opportunity to provide a statement, and you said that you wanted to do so. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And at the same time, I also asked you if you wanted to speak to a lawyer before doing so. I'm going to ask you again, do you wish to do that before we begin?
No, it's fine.
Okay, sir. So an allegation has been made against you, and this officer in just a moment is going to let you know exactly what that allegation is, okay? What I'm going to do to you right now is just read you a caution and let you know that you're being investigated for the offense of assault, okay? You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but whatever you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay. Do you wish to say anything in answer to the charge? Again, do you wish to provide us a statement
yes.
with some clarity as to
yes.
what happened? Okay. So just to understand, sir, again, you're not under any obligation to give us the statement whatsoever. You're allowed to cease communicating with us at any time, but we're certainly giving you an opportunity to present your side of the story. So this officer is just going to give you an overview here of what's being alleged, okay?
So the allegations are that around 6:30 p.m. this evening, you met up with a gentleman by at the intersection of Bathurst and Finch. During the course of your involvement with him, there was an allegation made of an assault, which in choking was the allegation made, and that's basically why you're under arrest today, for that assault.
Okay.
Okay.
So, sir, if you would like to provide us with your account of what occurred earlier this evening.
Well, I met. We talked about going for dinner, and he said he needed to take a shower, so I said I'd meet him at the Tim Hortons at Finch and Bathurst. And so he arrived, and we were going to have sex, and he suggested do it in the back of his truck since it hadn't been used yet. It was a brand new truck. I said, well, there's more room in the back of my van. So we went to my van. And we started kissing, and I put my hand down his pants, and he wanted me to squeeze his penis, but then he said he wanted harder, to pinch it, to pinch and pinch and pinch as hard as I could. So I did. And he got aroused by that. And so then I thought, okay, he likes it rough, so I put my hand to his throat, and just for a few seconds, because before that he's very strong, he just completely turned around and grabbed me by the throat. He said, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to you. And he had me by the throat to the point that I couldn't breathe, so I put my hands like up in the air, like surrender, because I couldn't talk, and that's when he finally let go. And then he jumped out of the car. He said, I don't want to see you again. So I sat there because I was kind of out of breath, and I thought he was getting in his car to leave, because he started the car and it was running. I could hear it running because he was parked right beside me. And the next thing I heard him say, it's 911 or whatever. And so I thought, oh gosh, he's calling the cops. And so I got out, and then he got out and walked around and was taking my license plate and that. And so that's when I got kind of uptight, and got in the car and I drove off. And then the more I thought about it, I thought, well, I should go and give my side of it, but I could not think for life where a police station was in that area. So the only one I could think of was downtown, but then I realized there's one somewhere in Eglinton, and that's where I drove to.
Okay. Just on the last point, sir, did you go to that police station on Eglinton before the officers contacted you?
Yeah, no, I went there, and then they came there to me.
Okay.
The lady I spoke to there, I told her I came to make a statement, and she said she ran my name, and she said, there's nothing coming up on the screen. I said, well, what about my license plate? And she said it would show up too.
Okay.
So that's when she called.
So you went on your own free will. It's not like an officer called you to come to the
No, no
station
one
or-
called me.
Excuse me, anything like that?
No.
Okay. So you indicated that this incident occurred with... What's the last name?
I don't know his last name. This-
And how long have you known him for?
2 or 3 years, maybe.
Okay. And as you're describing it, this is somebody that you're in an intimate relationship with. Is that right?
Well, intimate. I see him every 2 or 3 months, maybe.
Okay. And how did the two of you meet?
Online, I think.
Online?
I think online.
Okay. Has anything like this ever happened before where things got out of hand?
Not like that. No, not that quickly, or not. Just like that.
Okay. Things have never gotten violent?
No.
No? Okay. So you indicated that I think it was around 6:30 p.m. you said?
Yeah, between 6:30 and 7.
Okay. And you said you
I
met
think-
at the...
Yeah, something like that. I think would be 6:30 and 7.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you met at the Tim Hortons parking lot at Bathurst and Finch, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it still would have been bright outside at 6:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you indicated that you were going to have sex in his truck, but it was new.
He suggested that, and I said, well, there's more room in the back of my van than there is your truck.
Okay. What kind of truck did he have?
Ford, a Ford something, 4-door.
Okay. And your van is
What? It's a Dodge Caravan.
Dodge Caravan? Okay. And you said that the two of you were parked beside each other, right?
Yeah.
And then you went into your van, is that right? And then you said you started kissing,
Yeah.
and that's when this incident basically happened, is that right?
Well, then my hand went down his pants, and he said, "Squeeze, pinch it as hard as you can."
Okay. What part of the van were you in when this happened?
That seat.
Back seat? Like the back seat or like the very back of...
Well, there's only one seat. Actually, the seats are all except for one seat. One bucket seat's in there.
Okay.
So there's quite a bit of room.
Okay. And was there a possibility for anybody else to see what had gone on?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Well, because you're lying on the floor. Who could see you?
Oh, so you were down some.
Yeah, lying flat on the floor.
Okay. And you indicated that you started to pinch his penis, and he indicated that he wanted it rougher, I believe.
He said
used the words.
harder, as hard as you can do it. Yeah.
Okay. And at that point, you said that you motioned your hands up to his neck.
Well, after, we did that for a while till he was getting harder and harder.
Okay.
Okay, so I figured he obviously liked that.
Okay. And what was your reason for bringing your hands up to his neck? What was your understanding?
I thought he liked it rough.
Okay.
He was getting off on that.
And then you indicated that immediately he then put his hands around your neck, is that right?
He was like, he's very strong, and before you know it, he just had completely swung around and was facing me on pushing me down, and his hands were around my neck,
Okay.
like really quick.
So there was a brief struggle.
Yeah, well, I couldn't struggle with him after once he had his hands around my neck. He was very strong.
Okay. How long did this last for, approximately?
Seconds.
Are you injured at all, sir?
No,
Do you believe he would have been injured?
I didn't think so.
Lacey, did you have any questions?
No, it's pretty good.
Okay, sir. Just before we conclude, is there anything else you feel might be important to tell us before we end the interview?
Like what? I don't know what else it would be to...
We always give people an opportunity to say something that maybe we haven't asked before we conclude.
I don't know, we have had sex, numerous times and never had a problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Time that I have is 10:28. Conclude the interview here.